Zachary always looks like he's ready to throw a football. Hello, Zach.
Sup, Max? It's weird to not see you without your camera.
I'm always taking pictures with my eyes.
I bet. As long as you don't talk to everybody about all that shit with the sext in Victoria.
It's over. Just another Blackwell mini-drama.
You mean stupid shit. Man, I just don't get Victoria. What does she want?
Probably for all of us to talk about her. Like now.
Then let's not. You're pretty smart, Max. See you at the game Friday.
Victoria may be of the notion all publicity is good publicity.
Seriously. Hello, climate change.
Samuel, although it's too bad you can't actually talk to him at this point. He's just doing his thing. Courtney's manning the Vortex Club booth, it seems. The end of the world party that they're planning. And that's being hyped for a reason.
Courtney will do anything for Victoria and the Vortex Club.
It is going to come up
Courtney.
later.
Ciao, Max. No photos, please. I have to come up with a guest list for a Vortex Club soiree. Really? Oh, like you care.
To be honest, I don't think Max does.
You're right. I don't. Making my guest list easier. Ciao.
You can, of course, say that you are interested. But I really don't think Max is.
Trevor surveys his domain.
And he's on the phone, it seems. Do you get the shirt? Beer, bear, and deer. That took me a moment the first time I saw that. Here's Mr. Madsen.
If only I knew what David Madsen was really up to. Excuse me, Mr. Madsen?
I know things got a little heated yesterday in Chloe's room. Was that really your reefer?
Since he's being rather sensible at this point, we can kind of clear the air and be a bit more truthful with him, I think.
No, it belonged to a friend of mine.
Somewhat
Are you gonna
truthful.
bust me now, Mr. Madsen?
Even I'm not that much of an asshole. And I am sorry about yesterday. I was wrong, but upset. Cannabis is not a big deal to you, but it has been to Chloe.
You're a combat veteran. She's no threat to you.
If I didn't care about her, I wouldn't care at all. When I was her age, I was out raising a lot more hell. She's better than that. All you kids are. So is Kate Marsh.
So what is it with Kate?
But you treat Kate pretty bad.
You stepped between us at a pretty bad time. She's another matter entirely.
Kate hasn't done anything wrong.
Max, this isn't just about Kate Marsh. My concern is for the safety of all Blackwell students, including you.
That'll take more than surveillance cameras.
It will take more than Ms. Grant and her petition to find missing students.
Isn't that your responsibility as head of security? Unless you know something about Rachel Amber that nobody else does.
I don't want to fight with you anymore. I don't want to fight with anyone anymore. That's all, Max.
This time around, he seemed a lot more reasonable.
You best not bother chatting me up now.
Max was a little bit on the harsh side to him, although not completely unwarranted. More text from Warren. Let's see what he says. Hey, girl. With Chemistry Cat. Sit down, Science Bra. I'm now in the science lab. Now, I'm no Schrodinger's kitty. See you soon. Again, that's the kind of stuff why I like Warren. Very geeky. We have new photos from taking of Chloe in the school bus there. And we have our last big character photo for Frank. I'll never forget Frank, if only because he's the first and last person I will ever aim a gun at. How did Chloe end up in this sketchy drug dealer's orbit? The weird thing is that when I first saw him threatening Chloe in the junkyard, I was more shocked how uncreepy he looked. I expected some try-hard gangster, but he looked more like a dumpster diving troll. Which I guess he kinda is, since we were on his turf, testing out my rewind skills for Chloe's amusement. Though he didn't look like a serial killer, his vibe, aura, energy, whatever, was bad. I could literally feel the hair on my arms prickling. He wanted the money Chloe owed him, so it didn't make sense he would hurt her. But I wasn't going to take any chance. So yes, I actually threatened him with David's gun. Ridiculous. Fortunately, none of us ended up like Reservoir Dogs, and I saw that maybe Frank isn't as scary as I thought. But I don't want Chloe near him ever again, since he was wearing one of Rachel Amber's bracelets for, what, WTF reasons. I doubt Chloe will be partying with him anymore. But he's at the top of our suspect list now. And I can't really blame Max for being suspicious. Or Chloe, for that matter. Some summary pages from what's just happened. And we got a text from Kate. Max, I wanted to thank you for giving me such great advice about going to the police and telling them everything about Nathan. I so appreciate you standing by me. Keeps my faith. Hugs and kisses. Kate, I'm on your side. Please don't mention me too much if you can. I'm already in trouble around here. And thanks so much for talking to me this morning. I was about to have a serious cry and I needed a friend. You were there, as usual. Aw. Well, it's good that we've continued to be supportive of Kate in this really rough time she's going through here. And I'll probably have some more thoughts about Kate as we go along later, especially as overall how she's presented in the story. There's some interesting choices that were made.
I still have time. I could go see Warren playing mad scientist in the lab.
And we shall, eventually. Luke is playing his music up loud.
Luke is always using the phone as a shield to avoid people.
I saw Victoria and her friends shopping for the party.
That reminds me, I have to score some weed from Nathan.
I really hope this jackass will use protection next time. Juliet is laying the smack down on Zachary.
He overheard Logan talking about getting weed from Nathan, so he's apparently the local dealer here in the school. And again, we will go to the science
I
room.
hate having everybody see inside my locker.
But first, we're going to look around the hallway, finish looking around the hallway, and then talk to Mr. Jefferson briefly. I checked this because I was wondering whether she would say anything different after opening her locker, but the answer was no.
I love how Evan is so above the Vortex Club and everything else.
Yo, Maxwell Smart. Talk later, cool?
You can't help me?
I'm trying, but you have to understand my position.
Why? You don't understand mine. Nobody does. Nobody.
Kate was talking with Mr. Jefferson.
I bet Mr. Jefferson has had to deal with a lot of troubled students.
Excuse me, Max. Can you come over here?
Sure.
You look worried. Is everything okay?
Sorry to bother you, Mr. Jefferson.
I'm only bothered when you avoid turning in photos. But you know this. So what can I do for you, Max?
Just between you and me, I'm worried about Kate Marsh.
That's no secret. Word on the street is that you and Kate had a little confrontation with our security chief yesterday.
True enough.
I stepped in between David Madsen barking all up in Kate's face about something. She doesn't deserve that.
Of course not. Mr. Madsen isn't the most gentle soul. Do you have proof he instigated the situation?
My word isn't good enough? The one time I choose not to take a picture.
Always take the shot. My #1 rule of photography. And Max, I promise this matter is being discussed by the faculty. I assume you know about this viral video?
Ah, yes.
Kate is freaked out by all of this. She can't do homework while she's being tormented on a daily basis.
What if Kate brought this on herself? She means well, but maybe she doth protest too much. She seems like she's holding back the truth. Have you talked to her?
Yes, we have.
Yes, I talked to her on the phone today. She needs friends and support now. I just don't want Kate Marsh to become the next Rachel Amber.
Rachel Amber? What does she have to do with Kate?
With all her missing persons posters around, it's hard not to think of her.
Rachel was nothing like Kate. And Principal Wells said you had something on your mind you wouldn't tell him. You care to share?
Well, at this point, you actually get a chance to come clean with one of the faculty members. So I think perhaps at this point, Max would be willing to finally tell the truth instead of always having to keep it to herself. At this point, I think she's only told Chloe.
I saw Nathan with a gun in the girls' bathroom yesterday. I was too scared to go to Principal Wells.
This is a serious accusation, Max.
So you don't believe me? I would never make something like this up.
I hope so, Max. But it's easy to point fingers. If Mr. Madsen claims you might be a pot dealer as he did, should I believe him?
Listen, should I...
Excuse me, Max. Hello? Yes? Hold on. I have to take this, so just go into class and I'll be there soon. Uh-huh.
Must be an
Sure,
important
okay.
call. Alright, so actually the objective to move on to the next big part of the story is to go into the art class. But we told Warren that we would come visit him in the science class, so we're going to do that now. This is the first time we've gotten a good look inside the science class.
I wish I could bring a mini Warren with me to my science exams.
Front to the future. Blackwell Academy believes in the next generation of visionaries should know both art and science to advance their talent and education. Our faculty and curriculum is one of the most diverse in the world. Your future starts here. All the planets in the background there. I have to appreciate that. Also, periodic table.
A periodic table. Wish I knew what periodic means.
Periodic means occurring at regular intervals. Some kind of repeating pattern. Just FYI.
Miss Grant is so cool and smart. She defines the word teacher.
Respect to Miss Grant. Being a teacher myself.
I bet if I touch the glass, all these creepy sea critters will pop up. Or nothing will happen at all.
I can't remember if that really is just a tease or if you can do something to make things suddenly appear. Because I tried it a couple times here and I couldn't get it to work, or couldn't get anything else to happen, I should say. I'm assuming if you can get something to happen, it would be another photo opportunity.
Da Vinci was a boss.
Science is art, and art is science. He was the true Renaissance man.
Brooke always kind of pretends like I'm almost not there. Why?
Something to do with Warren, I would suspect.
Howdy, Brooke.
Hi, Max. Making your daily rounds?
How was your drone?
Miss Grant busted me flying it over the parking lot. She's all jacked up about surveillance bullshit. Like I was spying on Warren's new car.
You already planted a GPS on him?
I borrowed the one he has on you.
I hate to hit and run, but...
Don't let me get in your way. So long.
Yeah, I'm definitely suspicious that Brooke is jealous that Warren has more of his eye on Max than on her. Rather unfortunate triangle at this point, I would say. Although I don't think all sides of the triangle are actually connected at this point, if you know what I'm saying. I was looking around and back, and I don't think I really found anything except for the skeleton here.
Wonder why they don't use real skeletons.
I do like the fact that the skeleton is smoking. Now let's check out Warren here. I think. I'm not sure why I walked back to the skeleton there. Maybe I thought I could do something else, but... Alright, now let's talk with Warren and his chemistry set.
Bring me the brain, Igor.
That's Igor. If you know the reference, then we're on the same wavelength.
There's Mr. Wizard hard at work. Hey, Warren. Are you okay? You look thoughtful yet confused.
Maxwell Silver Hammer. Perfect timing. I need help with this chemical experiment.
Asking me for help means you're screwed.
Have to add either a bit of potassium or sodium. It's up to you to decide, Dr. Max.
So we have the choice. Either pick one or say that we don't know. As you might suspect, we can rewind and change our answer. And
Warren, this seems kind of dangerous. You might as well flip a switch, Frankenstein.
I'm the only mad scientist without a faithful Igor.
Igor.
I'll choose using the scientific method. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Potassium.
Either of those could be very reactive, just depending on the circumstances.
Weird science.
So I think I backed up and told him to use a little bit more.
Hey, Warren. Are you okay? You look
Maxwell Silver.
asking me.
Have to add
Skip
either.
through here. And now we can say lots of potassium.
I actually think you should use a lot of potassium. I mean, a shitload.
See? Look at that smile. You're going to become a scientist yet. Let's do this thing.
Kaboom.
She blinded me with science.
It's a good thing he didn't end up blinding
Yes!
himself.
That was a
literally.
blast. But let's keep it a professional secret. Cool?
I like the fact that Miss Grant doesn't react at all. I mean, she's sitting right there. So either she's so engrossed in her grading that she didn't notice, or she's so used to Warren blowing things up in the chemistry lab that it just doesn't faze her anymore. I kind of like to think it's the latter.
Because I can't have this conversation with you right now, okay? Would you please just hang up the phone? Okay.
Sounds like an intense conversation over there that Mr. Jefferson is having.
Yes.
Stella is smart to stay out of all the drama.
Dina, you are out of control. Turn left, then right. Show me the love.
Daniel is always on the outside looking in.
Still doing his drawings.
That's a great sketch of Dana. Daniel is the real deal. What's up, Daniel?
Waiting to draw Dana after Hayden gets his paparazzi on. I hope you liked the sketch I did of you yesterday.
It was very good.
Love. And it's my new avatar.
Excellent. I got tons of likes on FB. Ah, made you blush.
Shut up.
Someday your portrait may hang in the Daniel de Costa wing of the Louvre. We'll talk about it later.
This guy has some serious ambition. photo of Alyssa looking out at the gloomy sky there. It seems to suit her personality a bit, I think.
Alyssa really lives for her classes.
Not now, Max. I'm contemplating shit.
I can tell.
Whoa, Mr. Jefferson is not messing around with that monster. He probably paid 20 grand for that camera. I bet he gets pristine digital images. But I still dig my little instant camera.
And indeed, there is a lot of, again, things in the room that you can look at, but you'll just get the same description as you did the last time you were here in class. There's Hayden.
It's hard to not like Hayden because he just doesn't give a shit.
I'm kind of doing something now, Max.
Everyone's taking pictures of Dana right now.
Dana is ready for her 15 minutes of fame.
No time to talk, Max. Posing in progress. Do you think Max will be pissed we're sitting at her desk?
Oh, I'm sure she'll report us to the principal.
Oh,
Like
boy.
I give a flying fuck.
Or she'll run to Mr. Jefferson, like he
Our two
gives a
most
shit.
favorite people are over
Like
there.
anybody does. Max is such a little...
Shh, I think she can hear us.
I don't think that's going to bother you two.
I like Taylor's artistic side, not her personality.
No time to talk, Max. Art in progress.
Nathan and Victoria. Forces of nature. Not the good kind.
Even if Victoria ignores me, I'm glad we talked yesterday.
Here comes the mysterious Max, disguised as a pixie hipster.
Like all the other precious twee artists here.
You really nailed me.
Meow! Bring out the claws. I love seeing chicks fight.
Right. Can I sit at my table now?
Max thought we were going to be buds. Fucking ha ha.
Assholes.
Well, at least they moved. There's Kate.
Okay, why is David taking photos of Kate? Now this is so wrong and weird.
Yeah, that is really getting strange. Why is David so gosh darn suspicious of Kate?
What up, Max?
Hey, Warren.
I saw Kate earlier and her eyes were puffy from crying.
Kate has a lot on her plate.
I didn't know what to say and she didn't tell me anything.
Okay, I know you love me, but if you're not in this class, beat it.
Like the
Everybody
fact that
else,
Warren
please sit
Maybe
down.
I'll
We
see
have a
you
lot to
later.
cover
Soot all
today,
over his
and
face
so
now.
little time as usual. I see all the usual suspects here. Anybody seen Kate Marsh?
I think everybody has seen Kate Marsh by now.
Oh, shut up, Victoria.
I guess Kate will miss class now.
Sounds like you're giggling about a video
I'm
gone
worried
viral.
about her.
Maybe it involves a student? Or a friend? I wonder how it would feel to have false images of yourself shot out all over the world for people to judge. Usually, people need something to judge, so they never take a good look at themselves. We can thank reality TV for some of that. In the end, we can only blame ourselves for participating.
You have one extra page here for the journal. So have a read if you're interested. There's our new photo of Alyssa that we just took. We could have taken some of the chemistry set as well, but I forgot. Max, the boss with the gun, marry me. Illegal in Oregon, for now. Ah, not anymore. But of course, this is back in 2013. So Chloe just says, elope. She's really
Speaking
taken
of
with our new power,
participation,
it seems.
there are a few souls here who have yet to enter a photo in the contest. Like Max Caulfield, for example. who I know can't wait to enter, right? I'm sure you read the syllabus like it was a Harry Potter book.
What's your problem? I'm not sure. I think that's supposed to be a parody of Nathan because of that coat that he's wearing there with the lapels.
So you
But
must
I'm
know
not
today
100%
we're
certain.
studying chiaroscuro.
It's cool that Mr. Jefferson published his own little book of photo tips.
That beautiful word about the contrast between light and dark. The shadow play that gives photography such visual power. It's basic yin and yang. Black and white images are effective precisely because of their contrast. Although we don't technically see in monocle.
Yo! Some crazy shit is going down in the girls' dorm!
Zachary,
Check it!
do not come into my class like that ever again. Listen, everybody remain seated. Dismissed.
Is this for real?
Bitch flipped out!
I didn't think she was that messed up.
Take 3 guesses as who's they're all pointing at.
Kate!
She can't die. She can't. Not again. Not now. I have to try something. I won't be able to rewind again and again. Keep going, Max. You can do it.
Max is literally walking between the raindrops. So here we get our first expansion of Max's powers. Being able to really kind of walk through almost like a freezed frame photo.
Yes.
What are you doing here, Max? Stop! Don't come near me!
Not now. It won't work. I don't have any power. Now I have to do this by myself.
Max, seriously, don't come near me! I will jump!
Okay. I'm right here. Kate, please.
Oh, Max, I know you want to help me. I love that you stepped up to David, but it doesn't matter now. Nothing matters.
You matter, and not just to me.
I do want to believe that.
Kate, your life is still yours, and we can get through this together. Let me help, like I helped by erasing all that crap people wrote on your room slate.
I'm glad to hear you worry about me. That makes me feel better.
Of course I worry. You're my friend, Kate.
I did feel better talking to you on the phone. I always feel like you really listen.
Kate, please trust me. Come stand by me, okay? I can help you now. I know I can. This morning I erased the web link to the video. It was written on the shower room mirror.
Are you serious? Thank you so much. The fact that you don't care about that video and would come up here to stop me means a lot.
I care about you because I believe you were drugged. We will find out who did this and make them pay.
You sound so persuasive, Max. If only.
Kate, I believe you. Will you believe me?
Please, you don't have to do this. Max, I'm in a nightmare and I can't wake up. Unless I put myself to sleep. Then everybody at Blackwell can post pics of my body. I'm already on the internet forever. No wonder they call it a web. Nothing can ever get out. Like my video. I wish I could go back in time and erase everything.
Kate, this is our chance to beat the bullies. That's the only way we can win against them.
Can we really, Max? I don't believe in miracles anymore either.
Now I do. You're part of the reason why. If you come down with me, I can tell you more.
You're such a good person, Max. Even if you're full of crap. But I'll come with you. You're my friend.
Forever. Can we hug on it?
No! Nobody cares about me! Nobody!
Kate, I saw that card from your father. You can count on him. He clearly loves you without question.
Dad does care, even though I hurt him. He's the only one I know who believes in me. I'm sorry. Sorry.
What are you talking about? You saved me from talking in class.
Now, I know today was difficult for everybody, but I'm so proud of the way Blackwell pulled together to save a young girl's life. Of course, you're quite the hero for getting Kate to come down, Max.
I didn't do much.
She's modest. Like a real hero.
Yeah, real hero.
As principal of Blackwell Academy, I take my duties seriously. I take the well-being of every student more seriously. What happened today should never happen in a hall of wisdom and knowledge. Mr. Madsen, as our head of security here, those roof doors should always be locked. That's just standard operating procedure. They were not, and that is indeed your responsibility. Mr. Jefferson, I know you can't be expected to know what your students are going through, but Kate has assisted you in class, so you should have known something was amiss. Mr. Prescott, since you are responsible for the Vortex Club parties, and since Miss Marsh did attend your last party, you'll have to answer some more questions. Miss Caulfield, why exactly were you on the route with Kate Marsh? Did she tell you her plan? Or anything at all? Please, tell us everything.
So here you get a major decision as to who you really want to put the blame on for what happened with Kate just now. And the game does force you to point the finger at somebody. You can't just duck out and say, be kind of vague about it. So between the three at this point, I'd say Max has much more reason to be angry at Nathan than the other two gentlemen here in the room. So, of course, you can always try the other choices and see what the outcomes are. But I just think for the sake of the story that it makes the most sense for us to have Kate kind of come clean with the principal and talk about basically Nathan's attitude towards Kate and, quite frankly, towards most of his fellow students. It's clear that he's unstable and extremely has a potential for extreme violence. And we even saw that he didn't seem to care that much that Kate was about to commit suicide. When we saw him looking up at her, he almost had a smile on his face if you back up and look at it. So, yeah. I guess my second choice would be for to go after David because he was bullying, well, maybe not bullying, but following Kate around.
All I know is that Kate was at a party and Nathan dosed her. She got wasted and kissed some boys on a viral video without a clue.
I dosed her? Without a clue. Have you seen the video? Whatever. Kate was loaded and
You're a
playing the
liar.
field.
You told Kate you took her to the emergency room.
I said I was going to take her to the ER. She sobered up eventually.
Bullshit. Something happened to her and you know it. How about we talk about you waving a gun in the girls'
Hey,
bathroom?
that's total slander. I could sue you and this school so fast. I already have a personal lawyer.
Wait, Max. You told me that nothing happened yesterday. Are you just making things up? How can I trust you?
You can't. She's smoking and selling dope, not saving lives.
No, I'm not. And that has nothing to do with Kate Marsh.
I'll have to investigate to see if this accusation is true. Therefore, Max, I'm obliged to contact your parents and suspend you for a few days.
Excuse me. I think Max and Nathan need a break before we grill them further. A friend and student just tried to kill herself. They don't need this forum right now.
Yes, I'm kind of devastated right now. I'd like to be with my family.
All right, Miss Caulfield, please sign here to confirm what you've told us. I'll continue this investigation from there.
My head is killing me, but I think I can use my power again.
And so it gives you a chance to back up if you'd rather accuse either Mr. Jefferson or David Madsen. But again, I think Nathan makes the most sense at this point in the story. So we'll just move on. Although getting suspended is not the best outcome here. And in fact, if you're upfront with the principal, then when you accuse Nathan, he will be actually the one who gets suspended instead of you.
Well, I think we know less now than when we started. We'll be assisting the police with further inquiries. I know this has been a stressful day. I wish I had the power to change it all for the better. So thank you for coming in.
I couldn't even believe it was happening. It was literally slow motion as I grabbed her hand. And then I could feel her grabbing mine.
Max, that was the greatest thing I've ever seen. Ever! You reached out, she reached out, hugs, tears, applause. Like a superhero.
Not quite. Look at me. I'm a mess.
You're glowing. Seriously, a human halo. I'm pretty sure you earned your wings today.
I'm still worried about Kate. She did try to kill herself. All over a video.
Viral is the right word. Like a disease.
So you watched it?
Just 1.5 times.
Warren, I don't mean to sound weird, but there's something ominous going on at Blackwell.
Today proves that.
And I'm working on proof that Kate Marsh is connected to Rachel Amber. Somehow. Along with Nathan and Mr. Madsen.
I'm not a big conspiracy guy, but I wouldn't doubt it. Nathan did scare me yesterday, and Madsen is a straight-up dickhead. So, what do you think is really happening?
What the hell is this? The weather confirms this weird day. Feel that chill.
Max, there was no eclipse scheduled today. I would know. I would.
I believe you, Warren. I'll believe anything this week.
So that concludes episode 2 of Life is Strange. So, as it's before, I will just skip through the credits here because we're going to be showing them at the end of everything. And I don't think I showed this screen in the previous episode, but you can actually go over all the different choices that you made during a particular episode and see globally what percentage of players made the same choice you did or made one of the other choices. Some of them are pretty clear-cut or a lot more lopsided, like answering Kate's call. Most people did that. But you'll notice that on the one where you have to shoot Frank or try not to shoot or didn't try to shoot Frank, it's a lot closer to 50-50. Again, I think that's very common for a lot of people. There are some choices that are extremely difficult because you can see how Max would take either path. So again, that doesn't surprise me that they're really close as far as the percentage goes. Most people saved Kate's life. You don't have to, or that doesn't have to be the outcome, I should say. You can have a timeline where Kate does commit suicide despite your intervention. But fortunately for this run-through, it worked out okay. And most people chose to blame Nathan, which again does not surprise me that much when it comes down to him, David, or Mr. Jefferson. All right. So I think, we can see some of the more minor decisions here, but I think for the most part, that's it. And so I think I'm going to end this video. Actually, I think I ended this particular footage showing the teaser for the next episode. So, just if you want to, just have a look here at all of the other more minor decisions that we made. And I did want to point out that as you can tell with some of these decisions that involve Kate, those come into play when you're trying to talk her down from the rooftop. So if you've not made certain decisions, some of these more minor ones involving Kate, then it will prevent you from being able to convince Kate to come down. I don't think you have to do all of them, but you do have to do at least a number of them to show Kate that you care about her well-being. Otherwise, just saying at the very last minute that you care for her doesn't fly. Also, it says we didn't help Warren, but in fact we did, because we didn't use the sodium. We told him to use the potassium instead. If you use the sodium, you get a lot bigger reaction. All right, anyway, let's go ahead and have a look at that last little teaser video for the next episode, and then I'll see you guys next time.